Hey, so today I did not mean to do this look, but I did. I had something else in mind, but I am in love with the way this turned out. I love this so much more than what I planned to do, and I feel so ready for Valentine's Day. I mean, if I were to wear one of my looks out, it would probably be my first look, the romantic sunset look, and these last two that I did are just more creative, more fun, just showing some fun with makeup for the holiday season. And yeah, so I'm just gonna go ahead and get right into the video. The first and only palette that I'm going to be using today is the Modern Renaissance palette, and I'm going to start off with the shade Burnt Orange and just put that all over my crease as a transition shade. Next, I'm taking the shade Red Ochre, and this is going to be my main crease shade, so I'm just going to put this all over my crease with circular and windshield wiper motions using my angled brush as always. I already did all of my face makeup off camera. I did try out a new foundation. I might post a review of that soon, and the rest of the products are the same. And then I'm just going to take the Coty Airspun translucent powder and clean up by my eyebrow, and then clean up my brows themselves with the CoverGirl Clump Crusher in black brown. Then I'm taking Bouillon Fresco from the Modern Renaissance palette and packing that on in my inner and outer corner. And then I just make sure everything is well blended. Then I'm taking a new concealer, the LA Girl concealer in I believe the shade Warm Honey, and I'm using that to cut my crease, and I'm actually going to bring it all the way from the inner to the outer corner to give myself a little bit more vibrance in that Bouillon Fresco shade. So just packing that shade on, and as you can see, it is more vibrant now with the concealer. Now I'm going to be taking Antique Bronze and putting that all over this triangular shape that I made with the Bouillon Fresco. So it's a triangular halo eye, kind of like my last one, but with more wearable colors. Next, I'm taking the shade Primavera and putting that over the center of the Antique Bronze shade to give it more of a pop. And at this point, I decided it wasn't popping enough, so I'm taking Cypress Umber and basically outlining all of the Primavera to hope that it pops more. But then I felt everything looked weird, so I took Reglar and I just covered literally my whole entire lid with it and blended my whole lid together, and it turned into this shade right here, this rusty orangey shade, brown looking thing. I liked it though, so then I went ahead and recut my crease, and after recutting my crease I packed on Primavera near the crease, and then I took the shade Antique Bronze again and applied that near the bottom of this halo eye and blended the two together to give a little bit of a different gradients than a normal halo eye would have. And to blend everything, I'm going to be using Reglar, so just making sure all the edges don't look weird, and then taking Red Ochre and putting that on my lower lash line, and then applying my lashes. Then I'm going to be taking the e.l.f. eyeliner. This is $2. I love it so much. Once you figure out how to get good at using a pot and a brush, it's just so much easier, so much less expensive, and I love it so much. I don't think I would ever switch to a marker, but I'm just trying hearts. It's just 2 dots and a triangle like last time, and then if you want it bigger, just keep outlining what you already did. And I put 2 on one eye and 3 on another. And my main goal with this look was to kind of look like I had freckles, but some of them being hearts. I know it doesn't look like that in the end, but I do love how this turned out, so that was fun. Here I'm putting Primavera in my inner corner. And then I'm drawing hearts in my inner corner. It's kind of hard to do in this area because it's such a small area, but I luckily managed to do it, so that was an interesting thing. And then to do open hearts, it's kind of like a different process since you can't do the dots, where you end up like filling it in. So what you do is you kind of drag the brush in a way that it pulls a bit, and then you make a triangle, and you just try to keep everything on the line that you're drawing. So think of it like as a triangle with a wave on it. And those are all of the hearts. So now for the freckles, I'm just taking this really tiny detail brush and a dark brown eyeshadow and putting tons and tons of dots on my face and blending them out with my fingers, and then applying more and more. And once I feel like I'm done with one layer of them, I take the blending sponge and I just dab it all over my face, and then I add more and more layers. I'm not going to show you every single layer that I did because I took quite a while on this step, but the more layers, the better it looks in my opinion. And I made sure to focus them on my nose and around the hearts. The last step is taking the LA Girl lip gloss in a peachy shade, and yeah. Alrighty guys, so this is the final look. I really hope you enjoy it. It's just freckles and hearts and like a nice simple eye look with hearts over it. And I know that the eye look is kind of weird the way I did it because I actually didn't mean to do it this way. I messed up and I had a different idea in mind, but then I turned it into this. I was going to scrap the whole video, but I wanted to keep it because everyone does make mistakes and it is able to be fixed, and if you can fix it, why not? So I worked to fix it and I ended up with this. So I really like this, and I hope you do too, and I hope you guys have a lovely Valentine's Day, and I'll see you next week. Bye.